I've got to wrap it up. I don't want to, but I have to. I want to ask you just quickly, the film director Olivia Wilde has a new movie out, which she says is based on you, this insane man, this pseudo-intellectual hero to the incel community. Incel being these weirdo loner men who are despicable in many ways. Is that you? Are you the intellectual hero to these people?
Sure, why not? You know, people have been after me for a long time because I've been speaking to disaffected young men. Now, what a terrible thing to do that is. I thought the marginalized were supposed to have a voice.
It's making.
And he's absolutely right. There is a voice for incel men out there who cannot speak their mind in real life. And Jordan Peterson has been one of those guys that have been able to speak for a lot of guys in this community, and a lot of guys relate to what he's saying. In society, they kind of feel like if you're not part of the status quo of normal people, then you really don't have a say-so in society. And when it comes to the incels community, the dating world or women feel like you don't have any say-so as well, because these may be the guys who are not that attractive and who are the guys who do not have that confidence. But for what they want to say, it should be a fair game. What incels are saying is, we're not perfect. We were born this way, but yet we're in a position to where we want to date, we want to be in love, but we're looked down upon. And that's what Jordan Peterson represented, was the voice of those guys who want the same thing as everyone else in the world, but get looked down upon.
Getting emotional, talk about that.
Well, God, you know, it's very difficult to understand how demoralized people are. And certainly many young men are in that category. And you get these casual insults, these incels. What does it mean? It's like, well, these men, they don't know how to make themselves attractive to women who are very picky, and good for them. Women, like, be picky. That's your gift, man. Demand high standards from your men. Fair enough. But all these men who are alienated, it's like they're lonesome and they don't know what to do, and everyone piles abuse on them.
And he's absolutely right. This is what this community is for. This community is there to give a lot of you guys a voice in reasoning. But what has happened over time with this community, what was supposed to be looked at as a voice has become looked at as hatred. That's what a lot of this is going on. It's looked at as hatred. One, because it's repetitive information. It's constantly being women of this, women of this, women of this, women of this, women of that, right? But when people stop and look at the men that are complaining, they may say, hey, you're not a full man, or maybe you're not like this guy, or maybe you're not like that guy, so you shouldn't complain at all. That's what's happening here in this community. People who want a voice, the people that they're voicing it to, feel like you shouldn't be saying anything. And I think that's where the conflict is at. And the reason why the conflict is there, because when it comes down to men, only 20% of the guys are going to get majority of the women regardless, because women are always practicing hypergamy, and they're also practicing dominancy. A lot of the incel community don't show signs of dominancy, so a woman never feels like she's protected whenever she's with one of these guys, because they don't have a personality that shows strength. I always tell guys, what's mainly wrong is guys trying to date out of their league. Incels, you can get a woman. You just have to find an incel woman that's in your league. All right, today I got about 3 more videos for you. The first video coming up is going to be Fresh and Fit, saying women are one-sided. The next video is going to be Just Pearly Things, where she's explaining why women would rather share high-value men. And then we have a woman explaining how to be respected as a man. All right, all of these videos will have a message in them. Just sit back, relax, comment, like, subscribe. Let's get to it.
Would be okay being in a one. How many women on this panel would be okay being in a one and open relationship? And it's like on level, not like you're dating Leonardo DiCaprio or some. I'm just curious, like show of hands, who'd be okay with it?
Bro, they're not raising their hands now, but they all answered the question differently before when we
Well,
were
no, but now we're asking very specifically, because you guys will say shit, like, celebrities can pull, but for the reason that I said, because that woman knows that she's never going to get a chance to be with another guy like that. Most people date within their league, right?
Yeah.
There's a person that's making average money that doesn't have any
Most men and women are.
No, I disagree with that. Men and women are not dating in their own league. This is why we have so much complications in dating. It's because people don't know what their own league is. Now take it, this guy that's sitting next to the woman with the blue hair, you have to understand their position. She sleeps around with a whole bunch of different guys, and this is just her beta male boyfriend that she convinced supposed to sleep with men. So this is a couple that has group outings with other couples, but she was already doing it before she met him. She convinced him to be this dude that's sleeping around with people. This is a pure form of a beta male. So he thinks everything is supposed to be fair. That's what's wrong with a lot of the beta male simp guys. They jump on the side of the woman's side, but the side of the woman that they join is always the delusional side. It's never a woman's logical side.
When girls are able to fuck a certain caliber of guy, a lot of girls attribute their self-worth to that caliber of guy and think I can also retain a guy on this level.
Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to say. They conflate their sexual market value attraction with their relationship market value attraction. It's very difficult for women once they experience a certain type of lifestyle to regress.
I agree with everything you're saying, but that's because it's completely at odds with what you just said, though. A woman can way above her league.
Absolutely.
But she can't date above her league because
agree.
people generally date within their
I agree,
league.
but she doesn't know that.
How many?
He's absolutely right. Women don't understand that you can get sex in a certain league, but you can't get that relationship in a certain league. That's what a lot of you guys don't understand. When you see a lot of these celebrities surrounded by a lot of women, they're not looking for a wife. And the women that are around them, they think that maybe that being that they're there, they qualify to be a wife. No, it doesn't. If you show up and you and your girls are looking like prostitutes and whores, guys are looking for you to spend one night with. That's it. When it comes to dating, yes, people will date inside of their league. A sexual market value and a relationship market value is two different things. The men will understand it, but the females won't. If you notice, this beta male right here that you're looking at, he didn't understand it because he's taken on the ideology of his woman that's sitting there with the blue hair. And if you guys know who this is, she's been ran through. Next video is going to be just purely things breaking down women would rather share a high value man, which plays off the video that we just seen.
Like, oh, I need a man, you know, like, please, I'm alone. All these 80% of women have men and I don't have, please. And if you marry, I accept you. I never saw that.
No, but
why are you feeling about that?
But
like,
this is what's happening. So what's happening now is 80% of women are sleeping with 20% of men. So women can say, "Oh, I don't like polygamy. I would never do that." But we pick the same guy.
You're already sharing.
They're absolutely right. They're absolutely right. This is what women subconsciously don't see whenever they are with the guy that they're aiming for. See, every woman's going to aim for the high value man no matter what because they're practicing hypergamy. But you got to realize that high value man is also searching for the best looking woman and the most submissive woman for him. Both of them are looking for two different things, which is natural. It is natural for a man to want the most beautiful woman, and it is natural for a woman to want the high value man. What the problem is everyone that's not meeting the criteria is complaining that the person that they're attracted to not liking them. That's what we have. See, you have people that are going to be attractive no matter what. You have guys that are going to be spontaneous. They're going to be more driven no matter what. Everybody else who is not fit to accept the challenge of life of being the ultimate person, what does that mean? You just can't look good. You got to have the money. You got to have the mindset. You got to be level-headed. You got to be a well all-around person in order to be in that small percentage of people that are going to get the attraction and get what they want out of life. People can't live up to that challenge. They don't want to go to the gym every day. They don't want to spend long hours working. They don't want to stay focused. And a lot of people would just rather congregate with other people, laugh, smile, and complain. That's what I see. The others that block out the world, you have a tendency to get the most out of life. And believe it or not, it has nothing to deal with skin color. I keep telling a lot of you ugly guys and short guys, Majority of the richest guys in the world are ugly and short, and they got women trying to just rip down their door for them. Is that for money? Yeah, but you got to realize somebody is always using somebody else. Next video is going to be a girl describing how to be respected as a man. Let's get to it.
He talks about that's what, like, as a man, no woman other than your mother is going to love you unconditionally. That is what Andrew talks about. That's what, like, the red pill space talks about. As a man, how do you get a woman to love you? How do you get society to respect you? You literally need to become. So you have to make money. It's not all about money, but it's about status. It's always about status.
And she's right. This is the only way that it works. You're not going to complain and make women change their mind. You're not going to find flaws in women and make them see a logical light and then they turn around and like you. It doesn't matter what comes out of your mouth. What comes out of your mouth will not change people. People have to change themselves. And one thing that people have never changed in life is the weak of the weak. They've always liked a strong man, regardless of what's going on. And I know a lot of black dudes in the black community, you may see the black women gravitating towards the thugs, the Chads and Tyrones that you call them. But you got to realize over here in the conscious, in the successful black community, we look down on both of them. See, you ain't understand. If I found out that I'm messing with a girl who messed with a bum dude in her past, she doesn't even qualify for me. That's what you got to realize. If she can't spot a thorough guy, you don't need to be with her. That needs to be a side chick. It's that simple. If she tells you, oh, all 5 of my boyfriends were bad, obviously you don't know what a good guy is. Then you don't treat her that way. But in order for you to get around to that thinking, you have to first wake up and prepare to be the ultimate guy so you can have that optional for you to say. A lot of you guys are just rolling over out of bed, living basic lives, trying to have the same voice as a high value man. It doesn't work that way. When it's all said and done, a man has to earn it. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you guys got the message behind the video. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hasta la vista.